Hi, second grade. Today we're going to finish our work for our Cycle 2 opinion writing. I have my materials that I need from my blue writing folder. I'm going to need the Cycle 2 work. We're also going to look at our opinion checklist, which is on page 2. And I have my paragraph that I wrote. I also want everyone to have a blue and red colored pencil, marker, crayon, whatever you have at your house to write with. I'm going to use markers, so hopefully it'll show up better. You should have a pencil. I'm going to use a pen so that it'll show up on the screen. Okay, so today, get those materials ready. And make sure if you need to pause, do that now. We're going to read our objective. I can use correct capitalization and punctuation in an opinion paragraph. Check to show that I'm getting it done. First, I want to remind myself of what correct capitalization and punctuation in an opinion paragraph is. So to remind myself, I'm going to look back at the opinion checklist, which is on page 2. We're going to look at these two right here. So for correct punctuation, it says, I put a period, exclamation point, or question mark at the beginning, or let me rewind. I put a period, exclamation point, or question mark at the end of every sentence. To help myself remember what those look like, I made this sheet for me to remind myself. So here's a period, here's an exclamation point, and here's a question mark. And I'll look for those as I'm editing my work. And for correct capitalization, it says, I use correct capitalization at the beginning of every sentence, for titles of movies and books, for specific names of people and animals. So for example, the name of Miss Calhoun's cat is capitalized when just cat is not. For specific names and places, and the word I. Okay, so first, we want to make sure that we look for the punctuation at the end of sentences. So I'm going to look out for, I'm going to read it one time, and I'm going to look for periods, exclamation points, and question marks. And when I see them, I'm going to take my red marker and circle them. Okay. Let's get it bigger so you guys can see it. Okay. It says, Cat Town is the first place you should go to adopt a cat, period. First, they really care about the cats. For example, many cats don't feel safe in small cages and shelters. Cat Town finds the cats who don't do well and puts them in foster homes, period. They are also able to let cats roam freely in the cafe area. Second, they are fun to visit. For example, when you go to the cafe, you can play with cats in a cozy area. They have strings, cat trees, and other toys you can use. They even have tasty coffee drinks you can sip while you play. Who will you adopt from Cat Town? And that's a question mark at the end because I'm asking a question. Okay, so I've circled my punctuation at the end of sentences. Now let's go ahead and remind ourselves of what we are looking for when we capitalize. Read that on that page. Okay, so I'm going to use my green pen for capitalization, and I'm going to look for the beginning of every sentence, titles, specific names, and specific names of places, and the word I. Okay. So, Cat Town. Well, it's the name of the company. It's the specific name of the company, and it's the name of my paragraph. So I think these are okay, and I'm going to circle them green. Cat Town. Again, it's capitalized. Cat Town is the first place you should go to adopt a cat. First is capitalized, beginning of the sentence. They really care about the cats. For example, why is that capitalized? Wait, I'm supposed to have a period here. First, they really care about the cats. That's the end of my sentence. I better underline that red. You might have something come up like that too when you're doing this. This is what we're looking for. See if we make mistakes so we can edit it. For example, many, oh, that's not supposed to be capitalized. I think I just capitalized it because I first had it capitalized and then I added my transition word. Many cats don't feel safe or happy in the small cages at shelters. Uh-oh, I forgot a period. That's okay, we can make mistakes. And that's what we're doing right now, right? We're looking to see that we remember these. Cat Town finds the cats who don't do well and puts them in foster homes. They are also able to let cats roam freely in the cafe play area. I forgot a period here. I can tell because I have a capitalized letter right here and it's the beginning of it's a transition words. Oh, that was supposed to be green. It's a transition word. So I'm glad I'm editing it right now. They are fun to visit. And it looks like I made that mistake again where I added my transition word. So that's the beginning of my sentence. So this should be not capitalized. It should be a lowercase t. They are fun to visit. For example, capitalized. When you go to the cafe, you can play with cats in the cozy area. They have strings, cat trees, and other toys you can use. They even have tasty coffee drinks you can sip while you play. Who will you adopt from Cat Town? Okay, so as you can see, I made some mistakes and forgot some punctuation, some ending punctuation, and doing this helped me see it. So that's the goal for you too, is to look and see if you have all the punctuation, periods, exclamation points, question marks, have all those things, and that you're also capitalizing correctly. So make sure you do those two things. And lastly, you might find that you have words that you don't know how to spell or that are misspelled. You should use the spelling dictionary for those words. And then when you submit your work, your teachers are going to want to see that you've done your editing. So when I'm looking for my students, I'm going to look to see that their period is circled and that with a red marker, crayon, something to show me that they've thought about it and they've done their edits. If you want, you can submit also a clean version, but you don't have to. What I really want to see is that you are able to edit your paragraph. That'll show me that you've taken your time and thought about it. Okay, go ahead and get started.